Alright, so the Howling 3, the marsupials. Alright, right off, I'm going to say this movie makes no secret about the fact that it's dumb. I think if folks have seen the trailer for this movie back in the 80s, they could tell it was dumb. This is a PG-13 movie as opposed to the rest of the series being R-rated. And I have to say, quite honestly, that it's stupid, but in some cosmically ironic way, it's not as dumb as 2. This movie is so fucking bad, it's funny. Like, and I think it was just intended straight up to be a parody. I would almost venture that if Monty Python had got his hands involved in the Howling, he would have made this as his own movie, or Howling movie. This movie's scrapped together plot basically involves marsupial werewolves. If you recall the Tasmanian tiger, like in your science classes or something like that when you were in high school, you know, the animal that was extinct or was hunted to extinction back in the early 1910s. This movie kind of plays on that, which is interesting in a way. I would have liked some things in this movie to be taken a bit more seriously because they present some good ideas that could have been done in a good, serious movie, but it just says, fuck it, we'll just go have fun with it. The Tasmanian tigers in this movie are the original werewolves, that somehow there was this great werewolf god or spirit or whatever who watches over all the werewolves in the world. And as far as Australia goes, he combined the animal spirit with the Tasmanian wolf, the Tasmanian tiger, and these marsupial werewolves were born. There's a character in this movie named Jabora Jabora. I kid you not, this is the 17 or 18-year-old girl's name, who is a werewolf who decides to run away from this alpha male named Philo, who wants to keep her as his mate, and he's kind of like the physically born father of all werewolves among Australia. He has some psychic abilities, and they kind of play around with it. The acting's bad, but you just got to go along with the story for an hour and a half. I'll just call her Jabor for short. She goes off to the city and winds up playing in a werewolf movie inside of a werewolf movie, which is funny. She falls in love with this guy I think she met outside of the cast or was helping on the movie. The guy winds up getting her pregnant with a little marsupial baby, and she sitting there checking her pouch and all that. It's really weird, but they kind of pass all this real quick, and there's like some really bad scenarios in here. Like, this movie entirely is just a mockery of the first two movies that come before it, and it actually tries to pick up more on the sense of humor that was from the first movie, and they even make a nod to like the changing sequence at the end, which is kind of funny. Story-wise, Philo sends 3 of his mates off to retrieve Jabora back to him, and they dress themselves up as nuns, go out on Halloween, and they look like these nuns with these really bad werewolf snouts coming off of them. And you have some other crazy moments in here. You have werewolf transformations, like after a werewolf prays to a god, they're going to turn into either just a regular sized werewolf, or you have Philo later on who does his little praying to his god ceremony where he turns into Werewolfzilla, which is funny. You have ballerina werewolves. You have terrible transformation inside the werewolf movie in a werewolf movie, which is just fucking funny. I mean, like, I kind of wish that I still smoked weed in some ways, because I think it would be funny to sit there and get stoned while I was watching this, even though I don't do that no more. God, I mean, like, this movie is just so stupid it's good. You have, there are a couple of actors in this movie that I do know. There's a guy named Barry Otto who I've seen in a few things, and interestingly enough, he's also the father of actress Miranda Otto, who everybody would know as Eowyn from The Lord of the Rings. And you have the fat guy that was working for Tina Turner in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome as the director of the werewolf movie and the werewolf movie, which is really kind of funny to watch him perform. All in all, this is it's not a bad movie entirely due to its sense of humor. There are just what the fuck moments in here, some things that defy logic, but I actually consider this movie good because it did present ideas that would kind of play on things if it took itself seriously, but unfortunately just never would see the light of day, and they just went along with this werewolf parody. If you need something good, go check this out. If you wanted to wash the taste of movie 7 out of your mouth and out of your mind because you went in with your brain switched on, definitely go and pick this up. I think it'll lighten your day quite a bit. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next time.